share what they have with the less fortunate. I'm very confident that from government to private individuals, you will all donate generously. Once again, I wish to end this address by expressing the gratitude of all the people of Lagos State to the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Ibrahim BADAMASI for accepting our invitation and sending no less a personality than the Vice President to this historic occasion as a special guest of honor. Mr. Vice President, sir, the chairman of this occasion, the chief launcher, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am sure it is the prayers of all of us that it may please the Almighty God to bless this gathering in the fulfillment of our mission of today for the benefit of mankind. Once more, I welcome you all to this memorable launching of the 200 million Naira Development Fund of the Lagos Island Maternity Hospital and the General Hospital, Lagos. I thank you for your attention.
Officials for this occasion, His Excellency the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Sir Michael, At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we pause for just 2 minutes to listen to a special anthem by the nurses and the paramedics in Lagos State in support of breastfeeding. This is what we are promoting in Lagos State right now, and the nurses have come together to form an anthem. Nurses, wherever you are, please rise. The ladies will be led by Dr. Y.A. Collins, the gynecologist with Gbadamosi General Hospital. Over to you, nurses.
Please, can we have more applause for them? We have been told that communion and the Minister of Health has already been saying refrain from cowbell.
My stomach,
what do you want to kill you?
I'm not going. You don't remember the time when my friends go. When she come for when they don't get their treatment. Say if you give that, I don't go. Don't call my mama. I have that for fun.
Don't go. Your mama not going to do anything for this one now.
Don't call my mama.
Look, I don't know, man.
and prevent the onset of other hospital whose facilities we are trying to sustain and return to the high standards of yesteryear. Both institutions predate our country's attainment of independence. The General Hospital by over half a century and the Island Maternity by a few months. The General Hospital was once Nigeria's premier hospital. It was the teaching hospital of the old Yaba Medical School before it lost that status to the University College Hospital Department. Going by history, the main wards of the hospital were declared open in 1935 by the then Prince of Wales. In those good old days, the pathology department of the hospital provided early services across the West African sub-region. Indeed, this hospital has had a very rich and illustrious history. No less is true of the popular island maternity, the birthplace of many devotions who are themselves just getting into the childbearing bracket. The maternity was established in July 1960 and interestingly commissioned by the wife of the last British Governor General of Nigeria, Sir James Gbadamosi. It was built to take care of the maternity aspects of the services that were provided by the Market Street Polyclinic before it became a children's hospital. I am also informed that in its heyday, the island maternity was the second busiest baby factory in the world, ranking next to the Singapore maternity hospital. Before the deterioration of the facility, over 22,000 babies were delivered at the hospital annually. So then the glorious part of these two hospitals, which we are gathered here today to salvage and improve upon. No doubt this promises to be a exemplar, but I am confident that it can be done, especially given the determination being exceeded by the concerned authorities in tackling this huge assignment. I would like in this regard to congratulate the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Sir Michael and officials of the Lagos State Hospital Management Board for undertaking this novel approach to the funding of healthcare in this vibrant state. From my experience at the federal level, I know that healthcare delivery is a capital-intensive venture. I know also that refusal to pay adequate attention to this critical sector to make a mockery of whatever effort the government puts in other sectors. Since people have to be held prepared to be able to undertake any other developmental task or avail themselves of the fruits of development. Given this profile, and against the background of the fact that there are limited resources available to any government, even as there are limited contending demands upon those resources, the efforts of the Lagos State government to give healthcare so much attention is highly deserving of commendation and adequate support. The huge investment of both the federal and state government in this vital sector stands as a testimony to our belief that medical care is a social service which must be heavily subsidized by government. This belief also informs our emphasis over the years on preventive medicine. I am persuaded that if quality health services are provided so that the majority of the public benefit, the financial outlay involved will be liquidated in the long run through a healthy workforce and an economically productive citizenry. It is in this understanding, ladies and gentlemen, of the invaluable social term attendance upon an appropriately planned and properly disbursed health expenditure that has brought us here this morning. We cannot fold our arms and work the country's foremost baby factory gain grind to a halt, nor can we sit idle by while the general hospital that has served as a training ground for several of our illustrious medical practitioners faces the grave possibility of absolute collapse. Something just has to be done, and our mission here this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is to make a beginning in that positive direction. Many of us present here this morning who have received serious complaints and distress calls to the effect that key personnel of these hospitals function more often than not in utter frustration and helplessness due to the acute lack of the basic equipment needed for the discharge of their noble duties. The need, therefore, to bring back the quality of services that gave these hospitals their good reputation cannot be overemphasized. I appeal on behalf of the good people and government of Lagos State to all philanthropists, corporate bodies, organizations, companies, business executives, and well-meaning Nigerians here present to contribute very, very generously and handsomely towards this very important and laudable development fund, which should expeditiously ameliorate the condition of both hospitals. In particular, we all need to contribute generously to 1. Restore the morale of staff. 2. Replace obsolete equipment. 3. Ensure constant prevention of drugs. And 4. Aid the training of personnel, especially nurses and young doctors. These become even more so because, as Mr. Governor has rightly said, these hospitals serve not just the devotion alone, but all of us. I mean, all of us on the places of Abuja in this federation. Who knows when any of us might have cause to require the services of this institution, even as it is called to Lagos. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the federal government has, over the years, demonstrated its unalloyed commitment to the prompt and adequate delivery of health care services to all citizens. Indeed, this commitment is in line with the pledge we made in the early days of our administration to see to the improvement of the standard quality of health care delivery in this country. Against the background of the fact that the two institutions at whose behest and on whose behalf we are here gathered this morning have touched the lives of a great number of Nigerians. The federal government is poised to make a contribution to their resuscitation. To this effect, I would like to remove the means and without prejudice to the chief launcher. To which to make a donation of 30 million Naira. That my vice president was here ago, visited the Lagos State General Hospital when one of the institutional staff had cause to complain. And on that occasion, the vice president passionately made some requests to the federal government to come to the gate of that hospital. What we are doing this morning is in addition, or we regard it as a second donation on what we have done before, and also to regard our assistance at the federal level to this folded general hospital and the benefactors and the continuous exercise. So what I just announced is the beginning of the new era that will come. Therefore, people of Lagos State, it is now my pleasure to formally launch the 200 million hospital foundation in the aid of Lagos Island said, but don't live without prejudice to what if not that which will be represented by a charming wife will do later on. I thank you.
Please pull down. Please, 30 million. Please, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me quickly analyze what has become that 30 million. When you watch network news, it says 30 million viewers are watching. And because 30 million viewers watch,
contribute a little quota towards the launching of this 300 million Naira of the hospital, both for general people and higher retirement, in which I was made the first baby, and now I'm hereby donating a little quota of 500 Naira. And the Vice President, I'm also using this media that should please help the nurses too and let them be uplifted because they are the ones to care for the patient after the doctor will have prescribed and ordered the drug. So they should also be helped in the process. I'm using this media to donate. It's not easy. No matter whether 10 Naira, donate was glorious, beautiful, so that name always shine high and never fall. Thank you all.
We are very proud of the new celebrity 30 million.
And I was so moved, and I know the situation of nurses because I have one in my house. All that in my house, we would like to match the 500 Naira just presented by the first city of Alan Maternity with 25,000 Naira. The Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Admiral Augustus Ibomo, Your Excellency, Governor of Lagos State, Sir Michael Adeola Okedola, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Alasha Sinoku Jigu, the Chairman of the Education, Chief Dr. Adekoyo Madekolo.
When economic down started manifesting itself in all facets of our national life. We are all alive to the fact that until very recently, most hospitals nationwide were mere consulting clinics, thanks to the dynamic role of our health minister and the new federal government approach to healthcare delivery nationwide. Let me recall that the island hospital was declared open by the Lady Robertson, wife of the then Governor General of the Federation, on 20th of July 1960. The average annual delivery of the hospital in the early days was 22,272. The great safety, however, this has dropped to 4,000, about a mere. I am fascinated by the bold approach of the Executive Governor of the Lagos State, Sir Michael Okedola, who in spite of all odds has taken the bull by the horn. He deserves the praise and support of all Nigerians in this country. The governor truly cares for the welfare of the ordinary man and woman in Lagos State. Lagos is not just any other state. It is a state that addresses the national question every hour of every day. It is a state where
the original schemes I also order the other rep to lead the government as not against the scheme as such, but against the fact that we don't know they never been at all. And all of us do that very, very, very sincere. And sincere. And doing that, that's what we need. Secondly, that year, we give the general official and the federal official that are not engaged for such a time when we are excited and said, because we have and every time I pass, I see this community that we have. And that's correct. So I don't know communication in the north. So that communication in the north is not only on the side. The China and the phone and human being mind. My constitution is clear human mind. I'm telling you, from thin line and very good.
Tagora time, the special guests, the Honorable Minister of State for Police Affairs, Al-Hajji Ismail Agwarzo, Your Excellency, since Sada, my wife, and I commenced working in Lagos. It is, in actual fact, the culmination of 106 years of family existence in Nigeria. By erecting such a plaza, we say we have rather invested in a fertile soil. We have, in actual fact, in recess, one of the highest in Nigeria. It is a living testimony of our professional standing. In addition to this plaza, and in keeping with the spirit of the movement of the federal seat of government to Abuja, the AIM Group is embarking on a larger scale project in the federal capital. We will be completing the first building of our commercial complex. I would like just to show you two things.
Everyone can, especially for enterprises that are unincorporated and cannot raise funds in the capital markets. Distinguished President of the Government of Lagos State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, despite elaborate conclusions of TCs and in expressing their own professional experiences in managing public enterprises, I hope in so doing, participants will identify managerial innovations and practices that purpose and measure entities in the economy. Really translate lessons of success corporate turnaround strategies for enterprises for quality. I also urge participants to deliberate on the framework for commercialization developed by the GCPC and advise us on any areas of improvement. are united in our conviction that our public enterprises can perform better. That conviction should be translated into commitment. Once again, thank you for inviting me to this seminar and wish you very successful deliberations. Thank you and God bless.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to request again that we give Dr. Hamza Zayat a round of applause.